guys, this is Genesis, the original support, and today's video is jungle pathing with Aatrox. Aatrox is kind of a strange champion. He doesn't really fit into the current meta as a mainstream champion. He's more of a top player. Having said that, he's a very good champion to have in your champion pool. He's something of a flex pick. And that's what makes him so incredibly useful. He ganks really well due to his Q and his W. His Q is a knockup and his W is a slow. He's got a second life. It's kind of like, so he's kind of like a Zillion. Got this nice little passive called Blood. What a lot of people don't seem to really know is that in the current jungle, Aatrox actually does pretty well. So I'm just going to do a jungle here. Now I started at the Krugs first. Give me that nice little stun, which then I can take into the red buff camp and the raptor camp. You notice I didn't smite away the raptor camp. I probably should have. So maybe I should have come over to the wolves first. Some folks who are new junglers out there, they're probably asking, oh, why would you go and do the wolves first? Well, the raptors are right there. That's true. But if you smite away the raptor camp, it gives you a true vision bonus that you can use to clear out wards. Or, if there are no wards there, you can then tell your mid laner or your top laner, wherever you head to, with that information, hey, you're not warding. So, and then you can say, okay, I'm going to do this next. You know, like, I'm going to go and do a quick counter jungle, and then I'm going to go gank. So, do that. Whoops. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Typically, you don't want to waste your flash like that. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick up an upgrade. And they're saying Poacher's Knife with a Devourer enchantment. No. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up Boots and Stalker's Blade. Some people are saying that Stalker's Blade just isn't worth it at this point in the game, that you want to go for Ranger's Trailblazer. My thing is kind of like, whatever, that's kind of what, you know, that's your preference. Truth be told, I could have kept going.
I am as timeless.
In the jungle. But I decided it would be a better idea to go back and get a smite upgrade and some movement and restock the pots.
Cut the courage.
If I wanted to, say, gank bot, and I wanted to be full health, I wouldn't have had to clear the Scuttle Crab camp. I could have simply healed up to max. Aatrox's W, when it's on Bloodthirst, it life steals. If I were to toggle it, Okay. Now it's dealing extra bonus damage.
Violence
So I'll show you that
is
what that looks like. Now there is a problem with blood price.
hesitation is death.
It costs you extra health. Yeah, I cleared that gap. Durr. So, if you're trying to make a play as Aatrox coming out of the jungle, yeah, I mean that's fine. I get it. But you do have to be aware of what your abilities do, and if you're positive, absolutely positive, that either you or your laner is going to get a kill off of your gank, then you can toggle Bloodthirst, especially if your Bloodwell passive has not been used. But if you're not so certain, or you're thinking that maybe the enemy jungler is going to come for a counter gank, then my suggestion is don't use it. In my opinion, it's better to have your passive I can't talk. It's better to get your passive popped and then be able to scoot on out of there. And if you don't toggle blood price off your W, you're going to give yourself a better chance of getting out alive.
Or reveals what is within us.
Okay, so let's talk about path things. I started at Krugs on my first path. Normally, I would want to either
Violence is
circle back to mid lane, right here, after I cleared Gromp, and then recharge my health from the Scuttle Crab. Gank mid, get my mid laner snowballing, or I'd want to gank bot lane and maybe free up bot lane to come and help with an early dragon. And again, just kind of max up my health here. Okay. So you see how that works? You don't even have to clear the camp. Although, I mean, since you really do want to have as much cash as possible whenever you decide to go back to base, you should probably clear the Scuttle camp. So yeah, Aatrox kind of seems like he's a weird champion to use, and he is to a certain extent. He's almost like a cross between Rengar and Kha'Zix, that they both have leaps. The only really odd thing about Aatrox is that he lifesteals like crazy. Aatrox is not necessarily meant to be a tank. He's meant to do a ton of damage. He fits into the carry jungler meta. Although he is something of a pocket pick, he's not a very common sight on the Rift these days. He ganks pretty well. He's got a nice little slow off his Blades of Torment. His ult, it would deal magic damage It increases his attack speed, it gives him some extra attack range, and I think it even amps up his lifesteal. He's got a knock-up, which, I mean, you can use that to interrupt all kinds of enemy abilities. If you're jungling against a Katarina and she jumped into the middle of a team fight and ulted, you could use your Q to interrupt it. And then you turn on Cat and kill her. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that you can do with it. Or let's say you've got a Yasuo playing on your team and you can hit an enemy champion with Dark Flight. Yasuo's got a free knockup. He can get a kill off of that. Aatrox is not necessary for people to have, but it's nice to have him. It's nice to have him. He's a little different.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I would recommend that if your mid and top lane cannot, cannot hold the lanes by themselves, that you don't pick Aatrox. Aatrox is very dependent on his laners to hold their lanes and maybe even get 1 or 2 kills in the lanes without your assistance. He thrives on ramping up his offensive capabilities by clearing jungle camps and also by taking dragons and other neutral objectives before he really starts ganking. Yes, I know.
Hesitation is death.
So that's kind of it for Aatrox. Like and subscribe, and leave comments and requests and suggestions in the comments section of these videos. I also have a Twitter account and a Facebook account. You can check out my stuff there. This is Genesis, the original support. Best of luck in your next match, and have a great day.